Yes, I bought the brand new tinted SPF from Merit Beauty. So let's give it the honest review. And I don't think I've seen many people do wear tests of this, so I'm going to do a wear test as well. So in case you haven't heard of this, this is the Uniform Tinted Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. So very nice to know it's a mineral sunscreen. Also going to see sort of how it works in conjunction with other Merit products. And I got this in shade 28 just from the packet. Doesn't look like it's going to be the best shade, but let's just see. It could be okay. So it says on the instructions to use it with the Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. However, I don't really believe in when brands say that you must use like their own branded moisturizer or primer or whatever underneath. So I'm only going to apply this to one side. The other side, I'm just going to leave blank. I absolutely love this moisturizer though, by the way. So I'm going to use the Merit Beauty brush as well. And then I'll probably use my finger on the other side. I will just start applying this. That is blending so beautifully though. Like it is just melting straight into the skin. I mean, who's shocked? I love it. I love it. You can hardly tell that I've applied anything at all, at least over the moisturizer. That has just worked so beautifully together. My skin looks really healthy and hydrated. There's zero pilling or patchiness going on. Obviously, coverage wise, that is incredibly low. It does say that you can also use the stick foundation, the Minimalist, in conjunction with this to add more coverage. So I'm going to try that because just sort of intrigued how like a stick product and a liquid product are going to work together. So let's just blend out the stick and see if we get a lot more coverage. I do think they've definitely worked well together. The stick foundation obviously has added a little bit more coverage, although I will say it's still quite natural. I can't lie, I don't think I would always use this combination. I would actually rather use this as a foundation. Okay, I'm going to try this on the other side with no moisturizer underneath, and I also just want to blend this out with my fingers because that's what I've seen a lot of people do. I absolutely love the way that that looks blended out with the fingers. There is like not a flaw or a streak in sight. It just looks completely uniform. Hasn't clung to any dry patches. I do think it looks slightly smoother on the finger side than the brush side, but it does work with a brush as well, I think. And also good to know that it works without any moisturizer underneath as well. I will use a different concealer on this side though. Yep, that's worked nicely with the liquid concealer as well. I'll just finish off the rest of my base. Everything seems to have sat really nicely on top of the foundation. So I'll be back at the end of the day to let you know how this is wearing. Okay, so it's been about 8 hours since applying the Merit the Uniform. And it's hard to tell because obviously I've got a ring light on, so that does generally make things look better. But there are some areas where this has come off. Like it's not the best long lasting thing I've ever tried in my life. Like especially around my nose area, if you can see that. However, in most of the other areas, like on the nose and then on the forehead and everything, it has lasted pretty well. So I would say it lasts slightly longer than the stick foundation, but slightly less long than a couple of other skin tints I've tried. I'm not exactly using this for like full coverage nights when I need my makeup to last all night and I'm going out and drinking and stuff. This is very much like a natural, no makeup day. And it has lasted nicely enough for that. So yeah, it's not perfect, but just the way that it applies and the way that it looks on the skin, this could definitely become one of my favorites. So yeah, let me know what you think if you've tried this, and thanks for watching.